Let me tell you, I've not spoken to anybody about this except my father. And I don't want to cry about it. It's about 7 weeks ago. The driver that normally drives me took me to where I wanted to go in Sandton. And when I got there, I was doing what I wanted to do. And on my way out, I feel this is the right moment to speak about it so that you understand who my father is in my life. And I know it will bless you. It's not the first time that such an incident happens to me in my life. It happened to me way back when the call came from my father for Dr. Alleluia to find me to come here. And that day, when I was in one of those things, I came back from Turkey, I remember going to put money in the bank account for my children, for them to come back. And at that time, as I exited my house, I was robbed at gunpoint. I did not understand what was happening many, many moons away. And the person who came to my rescue was Professor Alleluia. After trying to bring me to the house of God, I said, I will come to your church. That was a turnaround moment in my life. And that period of my life, I was living a life which I thought that I deserved it because I did not connect yet to God the right way. And over 20 years, or almost 20 years, everything was fine until 7 weeks ago. As I left the big mall in Johannesburg, Sandton City, I was attracted by some voices that sound like they were angry, though I could not understand the dialect. And when I turned back, I saw their faces. I was forced to call a different Uber. And as I was calling this Uber and I was about to enter, I could literally see this woman's face at the back of the car. Before I got to my house, a car stopped and I saw the same two people. And as I was getting out just to buy some groceries or vegetables, a man got out of the car and put a gun to my head 7 weeks ago. And he said, "Can Alph help you now?" When you're faced with things like this, you begin to value the altar that you stand on. I didn't know what to do. I could only scream Jesus. I could only scream Jesus. And the man pulled the trigger. I heard the click. And no bullet came out of his gun. The second time he pulled the trigger, the gun did not go off. It's not because I'm special, but it's because of my covering. It is because of my covering. I didn't come to work for weeks because I was shaken, not because of death, shaken because of the measure of my altar, of the power of my altar. And I waited and I preached a message. It was a Thursday. The Friday I came to preach a message. And I was violent and angry with Satan. And I said that God did not permit him. That was the day before it happened. But I stand here today with tears not of sadness, with tears of joy that I chose once in my life. I chose the right father. I've made lots of wrong decisions in my life. I was a champion of wrong decisions, like my father says. But once in my life, I chose my father. And I know that which was supposed to happen was supposed to be my end. Yesterday I spoke to the leader of Canada. She said, my bishop, I had a vision that you passed away. I knew exactly what she spoke about. But I know my God is great. I will not die before my time. The devil had many opportunities to pull a trigger at my head. He tried it in 2003. He tried it, he missed. He tried it 7 weeks ago and he missed. He will try again. He will miss again. I know the power of my Father. I know the power of the altar I stand on. I know that. And I remember receiving a call from Bishop Celeste after those 2 messages. Because those who are in the spirit will know something wasn't right. And I said, my mother, it is all right. I was waiting for my Father to come. I am in covenant with my Father. I need you to strengthen your covenant with your spiritual father. I don't know what I would have done when I got home. My family was shaken. My sister who's in intelligence says, make a case. I said, nothing came of the first gun. Nothing came of the second gun. Nothing came when they wanted to kidnap my grandson. Nothing will come of it. Only God is my rescue. No man can help you but God. I am a true witness of the glory of God on this altar. Don't undermine anybody connected to Alph Lukau. The next day I hired somebody to drive me around, not because I'm afraid, but for the sake of my family. I'm not a person who wants to be escorted around, but I came to a place of understanding. There is wisdom in doing that. I never go up and down. That particular day, I had to do something important in the mall. You'll never see me sit in a restaurant in any mall. I'm saying all this to know you are in the right place. You are in the right place. Deep down in me, when I couldn't talk for days, I couldn't come to the office for days. I will come when I come and preach, and immediately I will get out. I think Mamiki that day, she's the one who came to pick me up. She did not even know. But I came to declare today that the Father that you have, you've got to honor Him. With this being said, with my life being saved by God Almighty through the strength of my altar, I want you to put your hands together for your spiritual father.